can play. I say the ball like it's cool. The ball like they play. I say the ball like it's cool. Men are warriors. You know, so the men are like Tappia. From the boat to the unknown. I jump on me a solo man. The part of Bayfield. Hot done champion like you. The team of unity. Men next to and it's serious. The ball like I say the ball like it's cool. The ball like they play. I say the ball like it's cool. The ball like they play. I say the ball like it's cool. The ball like they play. I say the ball like it's cool. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the champion team of all time.
I say my right was difficult because of the weather, but I thank God I was among the top 5 players in Turkey. Played there for half season. Honestly, in Turkey they are world class players there. I think they are making matches. Yeah, so it's very, very important for the government to spend more money on Abedi football because in Istanbul, when you witness Abedi football, you feel the physical football because they play from any stadium, Galatasaray, Besiktas, I think you know they play there. But in Liberia, Africa, they limit the game to 49 feet. So I don't think that is right.
Do you think if we invest, we can create more Abedi professional players?
Oh, wow. We can do that with our performance in Turkey. But if we do not perform well there,
our goal is to center our focus on the players, make sure that we give them all of the resources that are necessary for them to reach their full potential. Make sure that we create an environment in our club, both technically and socially, that will allow the players to advance. We want to ensure that in the short term, we maintain our competitive nature as a team. And in the medium to long term, see how we can build infrastructure and networks and resources from where we are right now to be able to provide the player and the club with the maximum support that it needs to continue to rise. So we start here now. There are certain things that in for example, a whole club, residents, extra training outside of sports, academia. So there are a lot of things that
there's something very exciting. I want to thank the organizers. You know, Liberia, everything can just be about politics. We have to find means to explore the talents of our kids and our young brothers. I see a lot of young parents. One of the things that we want to encourage is that even the president of our into the sporting arena. The president is very enthusiastic and very supportive of sports. And tennis is not one of the things that we do in Nigeria. Not one of our major sports, but with this kind of activity, I want to believe that sports and you can see the enthusiasm. See what is happening. The president is building a 14 FB, and the president has been through the audit spoken to the program. The president also building through the beautiful building another 4-5 of the other match about PHP. I want to encourage us, how Nigerians to start getting in different exercises, the government is going to support this. I want us to believe that for something that our country should focus on, because this is the way our young people can explore their talent, can do things. Not every day, folks on Secretary Central, we as government are responsible for providing environment. So even friends like you and all them who want to come to get recreation can help out doing something.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Sports Talk on Truth 96.1 FM. We broadcast live from Dupont Road here in Pins. I want to say good morning to all of our listeners across the country. Those of you there in Bombing, Bapuru County, Grand Kitman County, Bon County, Nimba, Grand Bassa, wherever you are following us live this morning on Truth 96.1 FM. I want to say welcome to Sports Talk. Those of you as well us live on the Real TV, Truth FM. I want to say welcome online, Truth FM as well. I want to say thank you so much for following us this morning. My name is Edwin Dolo. I am here alongside Naomi Tappia. We have lots of development, but our priority this morning will be placed on Watanga FC, Pinzio base Watanga FC at home to start the Malian in the CAF Confederation Cup tomorrow at the SKD Stadium there in Pinzio. Then we also go to Sierra Leone where Leska FC will take on Bo Rangers today in the CAF Champions League first preliminary round as well there in Bo City. Watanga, talking about Watanga, the former player Sheikh Sisi will also be in action in the CAF Champions League. He joined Botswana Sa Gaborone United we have as well in the CAF Champions League. So lot of work, lot of good news for Watanga already in Champions League. Congratulations to Oscar Dolly and Samson Duel. Their teams were victors in the Europa League and the Europa Conference League preliminary qualifiers. That was the third round as well. Just two more games of both teams, both players, and they will be in the group stages of the two competitions. So let me now take this time to welcome Naomi to Sports Talk. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Edwin. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure being with UAE.
Yes, thank you so much. So on the international scene, the transfer market is gradually coming to a close. Chelsea are the leading team, are the one running behind almost every player already. Their son Lavia, Casido as well joined them. So a lot of transfer news for Chelsea this season, spending close to $1 billion already. Then the new owners store ball joined the team. Chelsea have spent close to $1 billion on transfer, and they are also getting a lot. I'm also told they have generated around 400 or more from sale of players where they are building a new and complete team. So now I mean Tappia Barcelona still looking for free players. Well, Dembele left, so it's tough. But do you have anything? So like we said, our discussion this morning is practically on Watanga. We have the president of Watanga FC along with the media officer. We also see the general secretary Emmanuel Solo also here. We also will be discussing the plans for tomorrow game. What are the plans for Watanga? What do they have in stock for you tomorrow as they go to the CAF Champions League, the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary rounds? And I mean, do you have any other development that you can go through for quickly? Then we can move to Studio B to join our Watanga team.
Well, everything is basically about Watanga. The recently, in fact, Betomas donated to them recently, and I think
okay, they will talk about that.
Of the discussion, and we will send our discussion around their massive preparation ongoing now.
Yes,
for the much publicized encounter, and USA veterans continue their USA veteran on BT run continued at the newly constructed Clara Town Sports Park on Wednesday night. They collected a 3-1 away victory over Clara Town veterans. So, and you just talked about Shesiste Watanga, ex-Watanga midfielder. He completed his medical with Botswana Club Giants, Gaborone United Sports Club.
Yeah, he's son officially.
Yeah, it's the Gaborone United of Botswana is their premier. It's one of the Premier League teams there. So they signed the offensive midfielder, the ex-Watanga offensive midfielder from Watanga on a 3-year contract. So, and we for foreign news, Neymar has already joined his other colleagues in Saudi Arabia. So he's with Al Hilal. He joined from PSG. And the deal for the former Barcelona player, who is now 31 years, is understood to have been worth around 90 million euros or 77.6 million. $90 million, but in Europe it's 77.6 million, not 700, please. So he said that he has achieved a lot in Europe and he enjoyed special times. Well, he has always wanted to be a global player. So I don't really know what he's talking about here. Playing in Europe makes you a global player. I don't know what he's talking about. He said that he wanted to take on new challenges and opportunities in new places. So that's why he went to Saudi Arabia to join his other colleagues. So he joined PSG for a world record fee of 200 million euros in 2017, and he was left out of PSG's squad for Saturday's League One draw against Lorient. So that was the time people started to suspect that yes, Neymar was not going to be a PSG player anymore. So he will reportedly be paid 150 million euros, excuse me, $150 million in euros, 129.2 million, or yet in Saudi Arabia, 6 times the amount he earned at PSG.
Yeah.
So I think people are flying over there for money.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why it is. So it's the European football now on a threat with the investment that Saudi Arabia, the professional league, is making now, getting all of the top players, even Bolo, the Moroccan goalkeeper yesterday joined them as well in Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal as well. He and Neymar will be on the same team. So talking about European football, Oscar Dolo and his colleagues and qualify to at least to the fourth round of the Europa League qualifiers. The qualification is the third round. They settled to a 1-1 draw away to Dnipro, and they will now face Zoya FC of Ukraine in the fourth round. Victory in the two-legged tie will see them to the group stage of the Europa League. Something duel as well. The Vetors a 2-0 away win over Giza on Thursday in the third round of the Europa Conference League. Duel played 18 minutes, won by 4-0 in the first leg. So his coach thought it wise to rest him for that all-important game. They will be at home in the league against Sigma today in the Czech Republic in top flight. So we'll now cross the road to join Watanga FC officials in Studio B. Our technician and Arthur Butler have already put them live now, so we can join them to talk to this call Watanga FC football. Let me say good morning to all of you. Okay, Emmanuel.
Good morning and thanks for having us.
Okay, so we have Mr. Lapia. He's the president of Watanga FC. We get in studio along with Emmanuel Solo, who is the general secretary. We have the communication man, Roland Bandokai, who is also here. Also, like we said, will be going live to talk about Watanga FC. Tomorrow, they will be taking on the Mali and Bamako of Mali in the CAF Confederation Cup West round preliminary at the SKD. Yes. How far are we with preparation, Mr. President?
Well, thanks once more. I think we like 95% in terms of preparation, because the team is arriving today from Mali. They should be on the airport by now, and then we should be having technical meeting around 3. But from our side, in terms of readiness, we are 100% and everything is set. The boys are on camp. They are in high spirit, and yes, we are ready to give Liberia the victory.
Yes, the boys are in high spirit and telling us about preparation. We know all of you are not coaches, but you've been following the team. Maybe the secretary general can talk more about a little bit about technical aspects. When we still preparation, generally, we know the fitness level, the injury, and all of that, the injury news. Can you just bring it up to date?
Yeah, speaking of preparation level regarding fitness and what have you, our technical team headed by the coach Kobosano, who is no new name in this business of international competition. He have had close to 12 training sections. In between there, we have had 4 matches, test matches, and the results are out there. But physically, I can assure you that the players are ready to go, and the camp is boozing.
Yes, motivation. Mr. President, what are the bonuses, the motivational streams that have been put into place? Because last season, we know you went into the Champions League, your debut appearance, and your debut appearance was you were put out. Tell us, we could just say you are technically, mentally fit for the game. What are all the stuff that have been put into place to ensure that victory is in show on tomorrow?
Well, we in term of bonuses, we would not want to announce the bonuses now, but we've contacted the boys on camp. We've had discussion with the captain. We have discussion with the TM and the coaches and all of the coaches. We have something very hands-on in the package for them. In fact, it's about qualification, because you know that last year we got a win, yeah, and we lost away, right? But we got a win here. So this time around, it's not just about winning one leg, but it's about qualification. And since we are playing the first game at home against the team from Mali, we have everything in place in terms of financial bonuses, and just everything is covered. So we can assure you that the boys are very satisfied where they are, and they are all in high gear. They understand very well this game is very crucial. It's very important in showing that we qualify to the next stage, because we need a very heavy win here, so that when we go away, we get either a light win or a draw in order to qualify to the next stage. So in terms of finances, yes, we are financially prepared as well.
Yes, and what did you learn? Last season, the debut appearance. What did you learn administratively, technically, that you have been working on to make that this season is?
So the first thing we've learned is to ensure that we don't suffer a heavy defeat the first match. So you will notice that the game away in Nigeria at River United, the first half we were 3-0 down.
Yeah.
And then we went back in the dressing room, we went to the dressing room, we changed the tactics, and then the game ended 3-0. And that 3-0 was the only goal score against us that made them to qualify with us. We came to Liberia, we won 1-0, but it was not sufficient enough. So we've learned not to concede earlier and not to concede heavily against an opponent, regardless of where we play the first match. So this time around, we can assure you that the first match is being played here, and we're going to do all we can to at least be victorious with not less than 3-goal margin.
Fox, that led to you conceding 3 goals just in the first half that you worked on the second half that prevented your opponent from scoring in Nigeria. Maybe you can just tell us so we can know that, yes, you are actually prepared for this particular crucial encounter against your Malian counterparts.
Firstly, I would like to say that taking into consideration football, you have to study your opponents and what have you. I think we show Rivers United too much respect in the first half of that game we are speaking of. We show them too much respect in the sense that we play more defensively. We were actually not expressing ourselves on the field of play because we had too much defending to do. But when we went back to the drawing board on halftime and decided to go up, the last 45 minutes and it's 0-0. That's what I mean when I say we showed them too much respect in the first half.
And you are not designed this time around to show too much respect to your opponent.
We have been there and we are here again. So that's the level of experience we got from the last game, that we are not going to make the same mistake. Like I've said over and over in the game, that we as Watanga, we are into the competition, not to do what we did last time around, but to go better than what we did before.
Okay, so we heard about 2 injury cases. So I don't know. Can you confirm that? If yes, if you had 2 injury cases, then how are your players coming on now?
Can you kindly tell me the players you are talking about, who you heard about?
I said, heard. We heard of Fetseru Logan. We heard about him. So that's what I'm saying. If it was a factual information, you just confirm that, yes, it happened, but they are okay now. That's all I want for you.
Fetseru Logan is okay and he's ready to go. For people who went to the practice ground and saw maybe him seated and watching the practice and not being fully involved, maybe it was just because of precautionary measures, not serious injury.
Okay.
What about Carlos Williams as well?
Yeah, Carlos Williams is not fit for the game. Carlos Williams is not fit for the game, so we don't expect to see him in the game tomorrow.
Yeah, you brought in some group of players last season. They were successful for you, at least, even though you did not qualify to the next round, but you got 2 players been signing contract with the club like that defeated you. And this season you brought in a lot of players as well, sending away a group of players. What was that about? Can you just explain to the public, the fans of Watanga, those technical changes when bringing in enough and a few new players and sending more away?
Well, as you may know, Cooper Sano is the head of our technical team. He is the coach. We respect him a whole lot. And everything we do concerning the signing of players, we listen to him directly because he knows his system he want to play with. He know the individuals he want to use. So we don't, from the administrative end, we don't impose on the technical staff because we want them to do their work the way they want to do their work. So when you say you want this, we give you this. We only wait for the result.
In addition to that, we have a long-term plan, right? We are building a squad that will be a formidable squad in the next 4 to 5 years. So if you look at the recruitment we've done, we brought in a lot of youthful players. So we've brought in players who are like 18 and 19 years of age, so that you have them in the next 4 to 5 years. So you see the legs of Flomo, who was just on a 17 team. You see the legs of Imaya C, the former MVP in the national county meet. The legs of Bonte, the legs of Imaya Yima, Daniel Yima from Imaya FC, Natu Swen. No, these are all young folks who are in the early 20s. Tio Nimle is a veteran who played for us before for many years. And then last season he played for IE. He's now back to provide guidance for the boys. So we have a couple of young players that have been added to the squad so that we have a long-term plan.
Yes, couple of young players added to Watanga team. But are you taking into consideration that you will be competing as well and bringing young players? Normally, it will take time for them to develop. The fans will not be patient with you. What do you say to them?
Yeah. You have to also consider that the team is now fully occupied with young players. We have veterans there. We have people who have been in the business over a period of time. We have the local national team captain in facility looking. You have Carlos Williams, who have been with the national team in and out. You have Derek Julu, also a national team player. So we have people there to guide these guys.
Yes, Mr. President, let's talk about the support that you have received, both financially, morally, bring it up to speed, play by play, from company to company, the amount of support that you have gotten from individual, from your fellow clubs that are around, which have been supported to your plan, because we know the travel will be very expensive.
Yeah, so I mean, I remember all of the support, but I will just talk about those major deals that is very significant to making sure that we travel. So we have this sponsorship deal with NASCOP, and then as part of that deal, NASCOP has given us 20,000. So which is 10,000 actually is from last year's sponsorship, and this year 10,000 into this year's sponsorship. So we have 20,000 from NASCOP, and then we also had 15,000 coming from Beto Mas, which you spoke about earlier. So that's 35,000, which is the most significant contribution we have received so far from. There are other smaller contributions that are coming in, but these are the two big contributions that we've gotten so far that has prepared us to ensure that we leave for Mali in next week.
So the other people that you people wrote to help underwrite the cost, because you're traveling to Mali is actually cost intensive. So what did it say? Is it that they lack interest or you're not doing follow-up?
We can say they lack interest, but I may not have the data now for that because those are individuals whose contribution will definitely come in. Maybe our next meeting, which is scheduled for this evening, I will receive full report from the secretary as well as those in charge of that. But on top of my head, those are the two contributions that I can remember, because those are significant contributions for which I was involved in making sure that happens. Yeah.
So the 12 men, what are the plans for the fans tomorrow trooping into the stadium?
Well, we have a fan base. Every football team has a fan base. Without the fan base, there is no football team. Right now, as I speak, there will be a float moving around the various communities in Monrovia today. They will create that awareness. I mean, to sensitize the people about the game tomorrow. We are also using the social media. We live in a technological dispensation right now, so we're going to make full use of that. And we have been having regular meetings with them, updating them. They are getting ready for the game. And trust me, the turn-up tomorrow will be way more than what you saw against River United.
Yeah, against River United, I wasn't very impressed, because we usually watch other countries with their stadiums I always, but when it comes to Liberia, the attendance, the only time you can see two people really watch football game is when country meets or we have an international, like for example, Liberia is playing another country. But when it comes to the club, I don't know what really the issue is. We don't see a lot of fans going to support. So I don't know what's the message to Liberians in general, because a lot of people listening to us, what's a message to them to encourage them to tomorrow and support Watanga FC, our own representative.
Yeah, like you rightly said, our own representative. That it means Liberia, and as Liberians, that's the reason. Yesterday, I had an interview with Intersport, and I told people this is not about Watanga. Watanga is representing Liberia. So be it Heaven 11, be it Be Mountain, be it LPRC, all of the fans from all walks of life to come out and share the boys because this is about Liberia. We are going to be flying the Liberia flag. If you look at the CAF Confederation Cup qualifiers, you see the Vera team posted there. You see Liberia because you see the Liberian flag because Watanga is representing Liberia. So this thing we should own it as Liberians. It's not about just Watanga fans.
So as part of our way to ensuring that we have more people on the field, the fan club, we have an association of Watanga fan. We've given them tickets free of charge. We've also given 4,000 tickets to Beto Max, which they will distribute free of charge as well. So we've also made the ticket very, very, very affordable. It's just $200 around the field. $500 stadium wing, and $10 US for VIP and VVIP is $20 US. So we've done all we can, and most of that we've had jingles on the air. We've been engaging the media the entire week long. So we think that we've at the stage where at least everyone who's in Radio Land or on social media will have an opportunity to at least see and know that Watanga is playing tomorrow.
Yeah, because this is what one of your donors, the Better Max you talked about doing the donation of this 15,000 United States dollars. This is what it said. It said that the intent of such donation from we, the management, is for 5,000 round of tickets to be given to fans so that they can come and encourage our boys, cheer them to victory. Is that what you just mentioned?
Sure.
That you give the 4,000?
Yeah, 4,000 around the fee. I think 1,000 for stadium also.
Oh, you give it to distribute and to okay. Okay, and now that's kind of the issue of motivating the players. You said there will be bonuses. I'm not going to coerce you to, if you deem it necessary, to actually state the amount that each player will be given. If they will emerge victoriously, well, it will be a good thing, but it's still a very handsome prize that will be given to each of the players to encourage them so that they can be able to do their best in the second leg.
Sure. So as I said, last year Watanga was our first time ever, so we were very new to the competition. So we've learned a lot, and part of those lessons we've learned is to ensure that we encourage our boys more than what we did last year. So our boys are aware of what we did last year. This year we can assure you that it will be more than what we did. We have two padams, the game here padam and the game away padam. The game away padam is usually more than home because you travel and then there's expectation that you're going to leave some for your family. Then we also have win padam as well as qualification padam. So these are all bonuses that are associated with the game, and they are all aware.
You will not let them stay the amount.
No,
you don't want to disclose.
I don't want to disclose the amount before people start going to the many hotels.
Okay, it's true. Actually. All right.
Okay, so this is Sports Talk. We have in studio the president of Watanga FC, Mr. Jonathan Sayan, along with the general secretary, Emmanuel Solo, alongside William Bandoka, media officer as well. So we are discussing tomorrow CAF Confederation Cup match versus State the Malian of Mali at the SKD Stadium. We have a song here from Watanga FC. We'll play a song a little bit, and they will talk a little bit about this song and how inspiring it is to the team tomorrow in the CAF Confederation Cup match again. Let's get the bit of the Watanga FC song.
That was so nice.
Wow, so we are trying to get the song correctly for Watanga FC. Is son from Watanga official. So we're going to send it to me by WhatsApp. Let me get it correctly. Okay, I sent it. You're playing, right?
Yeah, in a way, loud.
I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The men are like warriors. You don't say the men are like champions. On the boat to the honor. My check for me is solo man. The part of Payfield. On that champion like India. The team of unity. The national and serious. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the play. I say the boy at the school, Watanga. The boy at the song. You know, see the boy at the Watanga. The boy at the song. You know, see the boy at the song, Watanga. The boy at the.
So that's it. Watanga FC son for the season, and I know this is a son for the season.
Yeah, pardon.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yes, the fan club, through the instrumentality of the president and some passionate fans, choose to give back their own way to the team. They work on this song for a couple of weeks to see how best that Watanga should have an official song. So if you follow our social media platforms, some of our flyers, some of our practice sections, you find out that this song has been attached to the video clips. So officially, on tomorrow, we are working on modality to see how there's there can be a late entertaining part of it during the game time.
We entertain your fans. You're talking about entertaining your fans.
Yeah, entertaining the fans so they can know that we are making progress on all levels.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Mr. President, let's talk about security, game management tomorrow, the stadium management, and how far are you with all of these things tomorrow, because we know this is an international match.
Yeah, I think we've covered all of that already. We're working closely with both the LFA, National Security, as well as the Ministry of Defense Sports to ensure that all of those things are covered. We expect the tech security tomorrow. We expect the president, of course, to be on the field. He's the chief patron of sports. We expect other ministers and other sport lovers to be there. So we expect everything to be calm. Considering security is well in place. We do expect, I think, AFL to even be there as well. Yeah, to make sure that everything is okay.
AFL, the Liberia National Police, Fire Service, and we have our own LFA stewards.
So where do in the fan get the ticket from when we get officially open for the match tomorrow?
Well, ticket will be on sale tomorrow morning on the stadium.
10 o'clock a.m.
10 o'clock a.m. to be precise.
Okay, so at the stadium,
of course.
Gate open at 12 o'clock. So the match is at 4 o'clock. Mr. Communication Officer, would there be pre-match activities, post-match activities?
Yes, certainly indeed. On today at 3 p.m. at the SKD in the media room, there will be the pre-match press conference, and at 5, they're going to have the technical meeting as well with mass commissioners and the various teams technically. So basically, there will be a pre-match and a post-match press conference as the usual protocols for footballing activities.
Okay, so and we will trying to establish a contact with Swen Bidiel, the Secretary General of Liska FC. They are in Sierra Leone to participate in the CAF Champions League preliminary first one as well. They are taking on Bull Rangers tomorrow, and it's today in Sierra Leone, Bull City, Sierra Leone, like Liska tomorrow. So they will be playing today, and next week Liska and Watanga will be away. What they will be at home. So Swen Bidel is way there in Bull City. When we come back, the president of Watanga FC, Mr. Jratesi, an official, will tell us the modality that have been put into place for the team travel, how will they get to Bamako as well. He will explain all of that. But we now have on the line Mr. Swen Bidel way from Bull City. And good morning. Yes, and your match against Bo City. Tell us, send your arrival. How is it like in Bo City?
Well, we are okay. Everybody in the house playing for the game. So far, there have been no complaint. The host of our fountain is moving well with the temple security. So everything is according to plan.
Yes, and this is another outing for Liska FC in the CAF Champions. What have been set aside? What is the mandate this time around from Liska officials?
Well, this time around, we are hoping to because there's been no excuse. We have played this tournament over several times, so we are used to it. We know how it is. Especially when we play away first, we always always also to at times we carry away, but this time around we are positive.
Yes, and do you think Liberia and records against Sierra Leone in recent time and will play in your favor? Liska FC, are you relying on that? Are you taking that as a string going to the match?
I don't want to base this on my record because at times football is decided but nothing is at times just take around. But this time around we are there, we are focused. The players like Nike and now we are resting. Everybody they are interested in and then we
Yes, last season, and one of your players, Ishmael Dumbuya, was a huge contributor to you winning the league as well. He's not part of the squad there in Sierra Leone. He has left the club. And how do you brace in his absence?
Well, it's a player that for this but they don't learn how to adapt and know how to move on. Because even before India were started, so the players are aware that they're going to be on the team. So the ones out there, they are going to give the all for Liberia and for this FC.
And is there any injury concern going to the match?
We have one player with injury, but he's not part of the game. He's a young fellow. I let them have my call.
Yes, the home supporter will be very hostile. They want to qualify. Bo is a huge team. How well mentally are your team prepared for that? Are they aware of that?
We have studied Bo a lot. I said we got it better with Bo. We have saw that the past game with our the team. You know, they brought in few players on loan, 2 months, some players on 3 months. So our technical team are not for a whole lot. I also know about us because they don't know anything about we teach them about all these things. This is not part of the team because the other players are trying to even yesterday. They have problems with our players, to spying on us, trying to pick on our players as the season was this or that. But I can still Liberians that this time around we're going to qualify, we're going to progress to the next round.
So Liberian people can hold you a word that Liska and can make it around this time around. This is a full acting in the competition.
You something very important is that today when I decide the qualification, we have to plug into the game and they are well with this team decided. Now means the qualification open to the game because we got my question your football we have to come to and they want to decide qualification.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Swambido.
Thank you so much.
So that's the Secretary General of Liska FC. I want to make effort to get to Watanga FC coach and Popo Sanon. Well, maybe the secretary, the media man can make contact with me. I mean, speak with him. There people can go to the number. But Mr. President, and talking about traveling to Mali, because we know this is not just the last game you are playing here, and you'll be traveling to Mali. And what reservation have you made so far in relation to your travel?
So thanks again. We definitely have to travel to Mali because the return line is on Saturday, the 27th or so, at 26 at 4:30 p.m. in Mali, Bamako. So we have two options available to us, and of course the two options are either we go by flight or we go by road. It all depends on what we have in our covers from now to Monday. We'll make that final decision. But as it is now, we can't say whether we're going by flight or we're going by road. But what we do know is that we will be in Mali on the 26th to honor the return leg.
Somebody is curious to know whether the FA contributed in any way.
No, the FA is not giving a cash contribution besides technical contribution, and then they are, as they've already done, they are in charge of the match commissioners as well as the referees' transportation to and fro in hotel. Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet. We've not got anything from the government. We hope to get something from the government. We've written the government. So those are some of the funds that we may receive. Once we receive them, then we'll decide on the means of travel.
Okay, so there's a sports talk. We have in studio the president of Watanga FC, Mr. Jilata Say, alongside General Secretary Emmanuel Solo. We'll be going to the launch shortly. Naomi will announce the number for us shortly so that we can hear from you, supporters of Watanga. How prepared are you for tomorrow? Liska is also playing today. What are your predictions? You can also predict Watanga game tomorrow against State. The Malian, the last time they played against BYC qualified over than here. So can Watanga do the same thing this time around? But recently we saw a Malian team booting out Moravian Club Breweries as well. So that we have lots of people following us online as well. Let me just recognize a few people before Naomi can announce the number. We have Naomi Tappia is following us on iPhone as well. We have Emma Hammond following us. Siliki Traari is also following us. Lai Cisse following us. Johansson, we are aware, is also following us. Lai Samuel Kueba, thank you for following us this morning. Johnson Dominic, Christian Weir as well. Thank you so much. Is that Mr. Chris Weir and Christian Weir? Mention your name. Thank you so much, Anthony Sekele, Ankatara Faya. Thank you so much this morning. Kanto Flomo as well is following. So now me just announce the number. And move on, we'll identify the other callers as well.
Okay, 07761 217 is the number to put us on. 077610317 is the number to put us on this morning. And a lot of them too. Let me see what this person is trying to participate on the show. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Ishmael. Be fast, please. Okay, all right. So, okay, thank you for calling. 077610317. That's the number to call us.
So you can also call us on 0775932170 and you'll be live on the show as well.
Liverpool man, you their batting or Amrabat. Let me get this for Good morning. Yeah, you live, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Leo. See where I come from.
Go ahead.
I wish whatever well tomorrow. And also this time, both teams. I wish I go to the second one. I don't want to say I know for the past time I don't know where the cup competition most time for the second round in the first stage. They put it up. I hope that we can pull it over. At least we can advance to the next stage this time and even go further. I wish all the work. I wishing all the best tomorrow. I wish I would watch the game more. I don't have the time, but wishing well tomorrow. They take the day and follow the second round.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's hear another question. A lot of people are calling. Good morning. Good morning. This person, please, the call. Good morning. Okay, 077610317. You can call us and
you can also call us on 0775932170. We have in studio official Watanga FC, Mr. Jilata Seyon is here alongside.
Good morning. You live, go ahead.
I'm calling for former coach of Jasper in that club. I just want to say hi to your studio guests, and I also want to wish them success making sure they are learning from their past experience. I pray that they should be able to do everything possible to get a huge goal win here, because sometimes the goals too is important. I mean, if we can be able to get some 3 to 4 goals here, we'll go and win.
All right. Okay.
So I pray to
Okay. Hold up on the line. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, they will call you. Thank
I
you
think
for
they said
calling.
200, but listen, they'll call it.
Let's hear from this person. Good morning. Yeah, you live.
This is Ben Flash Fargo. I'm calling for MC Kumaru.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I mean, just the way whatever others are informed, they still will say on tomorrow. And they are still with the sound with the daughter on the station tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, I have those four complex.
Okay.
Will give that all, and I will give that all, will be chanting tomorrow for the 0 minutes straight to the 90 minutes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Let's hear from the person. Good morning.
Good morning, Naomi, and good morning to Edwin Dolo.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Daniel Soden.
Mm-hmm.
Let me appreciate you, Edwin, for bringing the Watanga official in studio.
Yeah.
And then again, the gratitude to them for the preparation, level of preparation. Show them we the film of Assembly looking will be in our numbers tomorrow to cheer on the hand of Pedro, and we wish them well.
I want to Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling. I want to thank you. Okay, let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Morning.
You live.
I just want to wish this time well. I just hope that successful play.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. So let's hear from this other person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is according to the hello?
Yeah, Victor, go ahead.
Yeah. We Watanga and Victor tomorrow and see
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning. Please release the line, please. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, 0776103117. I bet you when you call, you release the line for others. You can't just hold the line like that. Please. 0776103117. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
I just want to say hi to your children here. And to
You walk away from your monitor.
okay.
Walk away from the radio, please. We're getting feedback.
You get me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I also want to give a preview to Watanga. Rest assured we'll be there in almost tomorrow.
Okay.
I would love to see
All right.
our player, from our library team.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's hear from the other people. Please go off. Okay. All right, thank you. Good morning. We lost this other call us 0776103117. That's the number to call us on this morning. You can call us and talk about anything related to sports, Yeah, like you want to comment on here, but we have Batanga officials in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you live.
Yeah, my name is Jeremiah Mola. I do join you on the road. I know that thank you for bringing a studio guest on Watanga. So we just perform tomorrow well, so we can both in again.
Thank you. Okay, 0776103117. That's the number to call us and wish Watanga well.
Okay, so that while we are waiting the calls, that go back to Studio B and talk to Mr. President. You can encourage the supporters because many of them you seem we are already enthusiastic and knowing that whether you will go to that match tomorrow to win. What do you say to them, Mr.
Yeah,
President?
like the president earlier stated, and I also stated that let's see this as a Liberia thing and not just Watanga, because we are representing the Republic of Liberia wearing a Watanga jersey. So we want to call everybody out from Oro to Congo Town to Painsville to Central Monrovia, Bushra Island, Somalia Drive, United Nations Drive. We're calling everybody out tomorrow to come in your best behavior,
Okay.
wear your official Watanga shirts to come out and cheer the boys to victory.
Yeah, talking about Watanga shares, and do you have replicas tomorrow that fans can pick up maybe at the stadium? Do you have anywhere that we can get Watanga jerseys from as well?
Well, the president of the Fan Club Association informed me that they are working on that. But as it stands, we have our replica at the lab sports store there opposite the Better Cathedral. You can pick up your replicas from there.
You talked about good behavior, which I actually wanted to mention when we were fixing you, but I forgot. It's actually important. I think the issue of self-restraint is important if you, as the fan, feel disenchanted or whatever. If or the referee would come up with certain decision, that it was not in your favor, it was an error. What should you do? I think these are things that you need to be educating the fans on. Forget about retaliating. Whatever the referee to do will do, you just leave it. The case can be fought in a very different civilized way using the proper channels, right? Yeah, I think we should be telling the fans those things.
Yes, exactly so, because that alone is sufficient to make a team lose points in such a crucial encounter. And you see, like I earlier stated, that when we're talking about the security details, we have stewards on the field that will be the fully responsible for crowd control. Because trust me, tomorrow the people are coming out. From what I'm seeing, the people will come out tomorrow way better as
Yeah.
compared to those United. So the
Yes.
stewards going to
Yes.
have a serious start tomorrow.
Yeah, demonstrating because of bad officiating should actually be spoken against ahead of the encounter. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Your life.
I'm speaking about it as you call it for Commission AIG. Yes, I read the posting process for the posting, but I want to ask questions to your studio again. What's the problem that I'm saying we always where we always lot of what we take for the country? I will not club here at that time. You want from over now, you win a team from Morocco here. And then one Morocco they beat them. And no, I told you what was the problem? You I want to know what is your problem? Another team will done the course. What's your problem?
Yeah, so you might as well ask that question and then play the fool. You can tell them what's the problem.
No, anyway, that's a beautiful question. But there are so many there are diversity of issues that team face going into such competition. The problem that Bliska may have will not be the same problem with Watanga. The problem that Club may have will not be the same as BYC. Well, I can assure you that we went there before and we are here again to do better than what we did last time around. We want to put smile on the faces of the fans.
Another reason could be the home advantage. So the fans on our side, what we underestimate, the people do not. The fans can come in very good number, impressive to cheer their boys to victory. That's why can really inspire the players. They can fight with everything available, even the last drop of their blood, just to make their country proud. Whatever Watanga is going to be doing tomorrow, they are not doing it for themselves just as a single club. They are representing a whole nation tomorrow, Liberia. This is why we need to go there to do everything. I mean, to make sure we are available to motivate them so they can make us proud. I think that could be one of the possible reasons.
And
right?
another problem we have had over the past time is from the technical standpoint of view, Liberian teams have not been able to kill the game on home soil. Because if you notice, Most of the Liberian teams.
Okay, I think let's hear from the sports team, please. Good morning. Good morning. You live on the radio.
Yeah, I want to get my preparation for Watanga.
Why?
Yeah, Watanga will win 2-0 tomorrow.
Okay, 2-0. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Yes, you can go ahead, Emmanuel. I think you're expecting a very key point.
If you look at over the past time, most Liberian teams get relegated from this tournament based on the away result, because our opponents are always use the home soil to kill the leg. So maybe that's something we need to really put into place as to what do we do on home soil, because most times we don't have control over what happened outside there. But yeah, one thing that can be very, very key to that is we have to get our players getting used to the Samarkand Sports Complex. This is a beautiful stadium that the people used to use before in the National League way back when we were kids. But now, if you notice that most of the Liberian teams, the players are not used to that field, and therefore we play almost all our international matches. They don't use that field for the regular league season. They don't use it at all. So when they have a competition to play on that field, it's like the opponent from abroad and the team here, they are equal when it comes to who know the pitch. And I mean, the environment, they have to get used to it. You can carry someone to train on a field 1 or 2 times and you say, this is your home. How can it be your home?
I think the issue about complacency right, in terms of goal scoring. So, like as you were saying, we need to score more goals at home. So in Liberia, you score 1 or 2 goals. If you complacent, if you already won a game, it's not sufficient. You need to score 3 to 4 goals so that you know when you go away, you may be beating either 2 or so. So that's why tomorrow game we expect players have promised all their own hard gears that we expect a very huge result in our favor.
Yeah, I would like to talk with them. To talk to the players here on the microphone. Let the audience here, let the fans hear you as well, because it's now theirs. You have done yours. It's now their time to perform.
So let me say to the players and to the fans that tomorrow the entire country is watching you. You are playing not only for Watanga, you are playing not only for you as an individual, you are playing for the country as a whole. Whatever you do tomorrow represents the country. And so we expect the best of you. You got to do all you can to ensure that we are very victorious. Not just victorious, but we win with a very huge score margin.
That's here from the sort of question. Good morning.
That's the last call.
How you doing? This is Victor again. I'm just saying, the studio there, they got Watanga new team. We're really a fan of the draw. And yeah, it will be fun for them.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They should beat
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Gilate. You are speaking with the players.
Yeah, so the issue about the field, I think we've practiced all of our games. All our practices were on the main pitch. And the team is arriving today from Mali. So they may have the opportunity to touch the pitch only once. So we have a lot of advantages that we can make use of. And the players have assured me, and I can assure the Liberian people that tomorrow game is a must-win game, and we will definitely win tomorrow with a huge margin. So I want to say thanks to the players for that commitment, and thanks to them for that dedication to ensuring that will happen tomorrow.
Thank you so much. So that's the voice of Mr. Gilate Seyon. He's the president of Watanga FC. He has been here alongside Emmanuel Solo, alongside media officer and Roden Banukai. They've been discussing the game. Tomorrow is Watanga versus Stade de Malian. So just before we go, let's take you to the Premier League and other leagues as well. Will be up against Brentford at 2 o'clock today. Liverpool up against AFC. Bournemouth at 2 p.m. as well. Luton Town, Burnley game is postponed. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be up against Brighton Hove Albion. We have Tottenham Hotspur, the biggest match today against Manchester United at 4:30. We have Manchester against Newcastle United at 7 o'clock this evening. In La Liga, it will be Real Sociedad against Celta Vigo, Almeria against Real Madrid, Osasuna, Atletico Bilbao, Serie A will be Empoli against Valencia, Frosinone against Napoli, and Girona against China, Inter against Monza, Bundesliga, Osborne against Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayern Leverkusen against RB Leipzig, Hoffenheim against Freiburg, VfB Stuttgart against Buschon, Wolfsburg against Hoffenheim, and Borussia Dortmund will be up against Cologne. My name is Edwin Dolo. I've been here alongside Naomi Tappia. I want to say thank you so much for calling us this morning on the program. Yeah, thank you so much to Truth and Encyclopedia for relaying this edition of Sports Talk. Thank you so much to Cyprian Collins and his guard there in San City.
Thank you.